JV Matters, Inside Shadow Ridge. Competition makes you better, building the next generation. Welcome to JV Matters. I'm Coach. This isn't just about football, it's about building young men. Every practice, every rep, every meeting is an opportunity to grow, not only as athletes, but as young leaders, teammates, and young adults. Whether you're a player, a coach, or a parent, thanks for joining me. So let's get better together. Today's message is this: competition makes you better. Let's talk about something every football player is going to experience: competition. If you're playing football, you're competing. You're competing against the player across from you. You're competing for a position. You're competing for playing time. And sometimes you're competing against the guy standing right next to you. But here's something I want every player to understand. Your teammate isn't your enemy. Your teammate may actually be the one player or the one person who helps you become better. He is the one who's pushing you every day on the field, pushing you every day in the weight room, pushing you every day to get stronger, pushing you every day to get faster, pushing you every day to be better than you were yesterday. Compete, don't conflict. There's a big difference between competition and jealousy. Competition is this. Competition says this: you're better than me right now, but I'm going to be working until I catch you. Jealousy is this: I don't want you to succeed. I want you to fail. That's jealousy. Those are two completely different mindsets. What's your mindset? How do you feel when you get on the field? You got to compete. You have to know how to compete. You have to get better. A football team needs competition. If the starting running back knows nobody is challenging him, what happens? What do you think happens? They get complacent. Maybe he gets too comfortable. But when another player pushes him every day and he's looking over his shoulder and he's getting stronger, he's getting better. The backup gets better. The team gets better. Competition raises the standards. So here's what coaches are looking for. As a coach, we're not just looking at who makes the biggest plays. We're watching how players compete. You finish the drill. How do you respond when you get beat? Do you encourage your teammates? Do you keep working when you're not getting your reps you want? Are you getting jealous? Are you jealous? And here's the big one. How do you respond when somebody beats you? Because everybody on that field gets beat once or twice. I've seen players who get beat, and then the next play, they take it out on that player that beat them. They get mad. They get a 15-yard penalty. I've seen it. You have to know how to control it. Do you complain? Do you make excuses? Or do you say, all right, I need to get better. I can do this. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to get better. I'm here so I can get to the next level. I'm here so I can play on Friday nights. I'm here so I can start. That's the response the coaches remember. Are you competing every day? Myself and my assistant coaches push that every day. Competition. Are you competing? We ask that of our players every day. Compete. Compete. Compete gets better today than you were yesterday. Compete. Are you better today than you were yesterday. Inside Shadow Ridge, we're building a program where players push each other, not tear them down. If you're a defensive back and a receiver beats you on a route, don't get mad at him. Thank him because he just exposed you. Because now he showed you something you need to fix. If a receiver and a defensive back shuts you down, don't hang your head. Thank him because now you need to go to work and figure out what you need to do to get better. Figure out why and then get better. Then come back tomorrow and compete again. That's football. That's how you get better. That's how you build a team. That's how you build a culture. That's how you build a winning culture. You don't and you won't always be a starter. Don't expect it. If it comes, great. But you have to build it. You have to work for it. Here's a lesson that every football player needs to learn. You may not get the position you want immediately. You may not be the first one on the depth chart. You may not even get as many reps as you think you deserve. We all think we should be starters. We all think we should get all the reps. But that's not the end of your story. That's actually the beginning of your story. Instead of asking, why isn't the coach playing me? Ask, what do I need to do to make it impossible for him to keep me off the field? That's what you need to be asking. That's the big question. That's a completely different question. And that puts the responsibility back where it belongs, on you. In 2 days, myself and my assistant coaches will put our depth chart together before the actual season starts next week. But here's what I want to tell all my players. If you don't start this week, if you're not a starter this week, it doesn't mean you won't become a starter the following week. Because competition is every week. Every week, every position is still open. You may not start this week, but next week you may become the starter. So compete. Keep competing every day. The weight room also teaches us the same lesson. Think about it. You walk into the weight room. You can't become the strongest guy the first day of the weight room. You have to work at it. You work little by little, you add weights. You get stronger. Then you add a little bit more weight. Football's the same way. Don't worry about beating everybody today. Worry about becoming better than you were yesterday. That is the key. Become better today than you were yesterday. Think about that. When you walk on the field today, are you better today than you were yesterday? If not, then you need to think about what you need to do so that tomorrow you're better tomorrow than you were today. So here's my verse today, and this is a really cool one because you probably have heard this one several times and didn't know where it came from. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Proverbs, paragraph 27, verse 17. That's football. Your teammate should sharpen you. Your coaches should sharpen you. And you should help sharpen the people around you. You need to help make the people around you better. You've heard that before. It's just like when Michael Jordan was on the court, he made everybody around him better. That's what you need to do. Make everybody around you better. So here's the question of the day. Players, what teammate pushes you to become better? And what is the one thing you can learn from them? Because I bet you could find something from a teammate on your team that you could learn from. Don't be afraid to give somebody else credit that's helping push you. Great teammates make each other better. Let them know that they are helping you become better. So here's my coach's challenge. Here's a challenge for this week. Find somebody who is competing for your position. Don't hate him. Learn from him. Find out why he's starting over you, or why he or how he is pushing you. Learn what makes him who he is. Watch what he does well. Figure out what he does or what you need to do to improve yourself, to make sure you don't lose your starting spot or to become a starter. And then go to work. And when you get the opportunity, make sure you're ready if you're not the starter. Because opportunities don't always come when you expect them. But when they do, you need to be ready. You need to be prepared. Take advantage of that chance. So here's my final whistle, the coach's whistle. Players, remember this. Competition isn't always or isn't something to be afraid of. Competition is an opportunity for you. Every player pushes you to make you better. Every mistake teaches you something. Don't worry about being better than you are than somebody else. Worry about becoming the best version of yourself. And when you finally earn that starting position, don't stop working, because somebody else is coming for your position. You may be a starter, like I mentioned earlier. No position is safe. Somebody else is coming for that position. And that's okay, because that's football. That's competition. And that's how good teams become great teams. And that's how Shadow Ridge is becoming a great team. It's through competition. So in closing, thanks for joining me here today on JV Matters and Inside Shadow Ridge. If today's episode gave you something to think about, please like, share, and subscribe it with another player, coach, or parent. I am Coach. God bless you, your family, and may God continue to bless the United States of America. And remember, competition shouldn't divide a team. It should make the team better. And remember today's lesson. Compete with your teammates, not against them. I'll see you Saturday for the next episode of JV Matters. And you all have an outstanding day.